Hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This should be a quick video. I just kind of want to introduce myself and let you know what to expect from this channel and what I expect from this channel. So let's get started. First off, this is Susan's Bookshelf, and I am in fact Susan. It would be weird otherwise. An important thing to know about me is that I am a book fair mom. So when my kids were in elementary school, I started helping out at the school book fair. And I just never stopped showing up. My kids are in college and I still help out. So those are the books that I'm around. I used to read them when they were reading them, and I just sort of continued reading them. And I'm proud to say that both my kids are readers. And I think that has to do with me reading the same thing that they were and discussing it with them. So the other thing to know about me is that I am coming off of a 5.5-year reading slump. 5.5 years. I don't even know why or how it happened, but I really didn't read much. I listened to a few books, and some of them I wouldn't even have counted as reading because I was barely paying attention. But I wasn't actually reading anything very often. Here and there, a lot of DNFs, that sort of thing. 5.5 years. So I'm sort of making up for it. I discovered BookTube about 10 months ago, and then I discovered the reading challenge, the 24 and 24 for last year, about September, and by then I was sure I was going to do this channel. And so I have been reading to make up for lost time, basically, since then. So I'm hoping that I will settle down to like a normal amount of reading pretty soon, because I do need to do other things in my life. But right now I am all about reading. So what I am reading is about 50% middle grade. I'm trying to that's the wrong word. I'm trying to read down my books. I have on just these two bookcases right here, not that one, 280 books that I have not read. 280. Now my son has read some, my daughter has read some. The ones I have read are the lower two shelves over here on this bookcase. So I want to change that. And I want to read these, and I want to keep only my favorites and find homes for the other ones. So, in case you don't know what the 24 and 24 challenge, which we're now in 25, is reading 25 books that you already owned at the start of the year 2025. And so I'm doing that challenge. So I will highlight those books that I read. I'm actually trying to read more, and here's why. In 24, I actually read 29 books, and I was thrilled. That was the first time I had read books. I mean, every year it had been an intention to read my books, but it was the first time I'd actually done anything significant, more than just a couple books from my own bookshelf. So I was thrilled with 29. The problem is I had 30 new ones that I bought during the year. So you can understand the math there. I read 29, but I had 30 more to put on, so I'm not going to ever get anywhere. So I'm actually trying to read, I will read 50, I'm trying to read 60 from these two bookcases. So that's the 25 and 25 challenge, reading 25 books that I already owned at the start of year 2025. But again, so 50% of the books that I read will be middle grade, but they're not going to be these. These are, I admit, slightly older, though I would say 90% you'll still be able to find at the public library. I will try and include more current ones, I don't generally buy graphic novels, so I will include graphic novels. I love graphic novels. The other 50% will be basically everything else. And I do read just about everything. I don't read horror, and I don't read contemporary romance. Don't really know why. I mean, the horror, life is scary enough as it is. I mean, really. And then this house, I live in a very windy area, and the wind really does make things go wee and woo and that. No, I don't need more scary in my life. I don't really know why I don't do contemporary romance other than, yeah, I don't know why. I love historical romance. I love historical mysteries. I love contemporary mysteries. I like fantasy, though I'm just beginning to get into young adult and adult fantasy, which I used to love. It's just hard for me to get into. I'm a very slow reader, very slow. A lot of people say they're a slow reader. I'm tested, and I am a slow reader. Most third graders read faster than I do. So I'm a slow reader, and it's hard for me to get into the whole world building and all that. So I haven't done, I should say, but I'm trying to do more fantasy, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So again, about 50% of my content will probably be middle grade, and about 50% is going to be everything else, the stuff that you're hearing about on other channels. Maybe I'll throw in some books that you may not have heard of, not the ones that everybody else is talking about. Like I said, I do like mysteries, I like historical, and not everybody is talking about those. Plus, they're not talking about middle grade. Middle grade, in case you don't know, is designated for about 8 years old to about 12 or 13. And then young adult is for 12-year-olds and older. I will post once a week. I'm planning on every Friday. And then when I get things going, I want to do Tuesday tags. There's so many tag questions out there, and I will be doing the newbie tag soon. And I think on Tuesdays, I will do Tuesday tags and talks and just regular content and all that. So that's what you can expect from me. I would love to hear from you, anything that you want to recommend, anything you want to ask. I would love to hear from you. So please leave a comment below. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you being here. I know there's so many videos you could watch, and I'm just happy that you spent the time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.